Am I the butthole for outing my ex as gay to get his mother off my back? It's a long and sucky story, but I'm a 25-year-old woman, and my soon-to-be ex, a 28-year-old guy, is gay and he hid that from me. I found out because I caught him cheating, and he basically admitted that he knew that he wasn't attracted to me in that way, but that he wanted kids and to have a normal life. I don't care that he's gay, but I will never forgive him for leading me on so he could use me to have kids. So it's over, end of story. The problem is that his family are fundamentalist nutjobs, except for a few family members, and his mother is the interfering mother-in-law from hell. Not being related to her anymore is another plus of breaking up with my husband. His family doesn't believe in divorce, so under the guise of picking up some paperwork and other items I'd found out that were at my ex's, she cornered me about how I'm being childish and marriage is about commitment, forgiveness, and working through problems, etc. It became apparent that my ex didn't tell his family that he cheated. He told his mom that I was divorcing him because we weren't having enough intercourse for me. I tried to be patient and explained that he cheated and that's why I was divorcing him. I wasn't going to go into greater detail because I know how his parents are, and it's none of their business. My mother-in-law's advice, I kid you not, was that men are just built that way, and that if I wanted to have more intercourse and for him to not stray, then I should make myself more attractive to my husband and be a better wife. I lost the plot completely. It had been a sad and hard day already, and that was the last straw. Here's where I think that I might be the butthole. I told her that the only thing that would make me more attractive to my ex would be a sex change operation, and that I hoped that he and his boyfriend adopted her some grandkids so that she could finally shut the hell up about it. It's not my finest moment, but she just hit the worst and rawest nerve that she could have, and I exploded. It's evidently turned into a huge family drama. He's probably gonna be disowned, and my ex called sobbing that I've ruined his life out of spite. I don't really know how to feel about it. I do feel bad for him that his parents are such awful people and there were just no good outcomes for him. But I also feel like he made his own bid here too.
Am I the a-hole for insulting my sister after she announced her pregnancy at Christmas? Happy holidays all. Here's hoping yours turned out better than mine. I, 24 female, am the youngest of 4, and have never been particularly close to my eldest sister Jenny, 37 female. She started dating her now ex-husband Sam, 38 male, when they were in high school, so he's pretty much been around my entire life. Sam's a really great guy. He was an older brother to me growing up, and my other sisters and I all have a great relationship with him. Jenny and Sam have 2 kids together, my nephew and niece who are 8 and 5. About 3 years ago, Jenny and Sam's relationship completely fell apart, and she left him and moved to a different city. I've heard both sides of the story, and I know I'm inherently biased against my sister because she left my ex-brother-in-law to raise 2 kids by himself. Things were pretty rough after she left, but we all pitched in and did our best to help with the kids. My sister and Sam eventually finalized their divorce and she gave up custody of the kids, and has very low contact with them. I know Sam blamed himself for her leaving because she had accused him of not loving her as much as he loved the kids, but the rest of my family were firmly on his side. He did eventually move on, and started dating one of his close friends at the beginning of this year. Fast forward 2 months ago, my sister moved back to our city with a new boyfriend. She's only been to see her kids once, supervised, and my niece almost didn't recognize her. My parents still wanted the opportunity to finally have Christmas as a complete family again. I thought the whole thing would be a disaster before it even began. I knew my ex-brother-in-law only planned to stay long enough to drop off the kids and say a quick hello to everyone else. In the 15-minute window he was at my parents' house, my sister announced that she was pregnant, and things went downhill after that. The kids were so confused, and my niece asked if the new baby would live with them. My sister laughed and said the baby would live with her and her boyfriend. My ex-brother-in-law left with the kids in tow, and I kind of lost it. I yelled at my sister and called her selfish and cruel, and a whole slew of insults. Anything I could come up with in the moments before storming out myself. My other sister supports my actions, but my parents are disappointed that I reacted that way and made a scene during Christmas. They're not demanding that I apologize or anything, but have me put on one heck of a guilt trip and want me to resolve things with my sister. I'm perfectly happy not being in contact with her given what she's put my niece and nephew through, but I do wonder if I reacted too harshly. Was I an a-hole?
Am I the butthole for ruining my boyfriend's favorite hiking trail? I'm a 22-year-old woman, and my boyfriend, who's 24, is an avid outdoorsman. He grew up camping and hiking often. I, on the other hand, did not. I think I went camping once when I was a little kid, and I sat in my grandma's RV pouting the entire time. My boyfriend and I have now been dating for 6 months, and as our little anniversary present, my boyfriend wanted to take me to his favorite hiking spot. We live in a warmer state, so hiking this time of the year isn't abnormal. I was a little nervous about it, but I agreed because I definitely see him as the person I'm gonna marry, which means adapting to his lifestyle as well. So we went on a sunrise hike up a mountain that was a little over an hour away from us. The hike was just over 3 miles total, and it wasn't too difficult for beginners. Before going, my boyfriend gave me the safety rundown and pushed that I drink a ton of water. When we got to the trailhead, I had to pee slightly, and I mentioned to my boyfriend that I had to find the bathroom. But he just brushed me off and suggested we get going so we don't miss the most beautiful part of the sunrise, so I agreed. During the first half of the hike, my boyfriend kept pushing for me to drink water to the point where I felt like I was gonna throw up and my bladder was gonna explode. When we got to the best part of the hike, we sat there for a few minutes because I mentioned heading back down because at that point, I really needed to find the bathroom. My boyfriend insisted that we stay for a few more minutes until I finally dragged him up. Listen, I have never peed outside my entire life, but I must have drank so much water that my bladder just couldn't take it. Before we even made it back down, I knew that I was about to pee my pants. I kept mentioning it to my boyfriend, and he kept comforting me, saying that it was okay, saying I can make it. Unfortunately, I could not make it. I apologized profusely, but I told him I had to duck behind a big rock a little ways off the trailhead to pee, or I was gonna pee my pants. He was angry, scoffed, and huffed as I asked him to stand watch, but instead he just stood by the trail, angry as ever. And to make matters worse, an older couple that was cutting through some of the bush walked right past me, but didn't say anything. So, yeah, my boyfriend is understandably furious with me. Not only for exposing myself on our hike, but also for rushing our beautiful view. This is his favorite hiking spot, and I ruined it. I feel terrible, but I also feel like it was something that I couldn't control. Am I the butthole? Am I the butthole for not attending my daughter's gender reveal party for her lizard? This is literally really stupid, but she's really upset about it. So I'm 48 years old, and my 23-year-old daughter has a blue-tongued skink whom she heavily adores. She jokingly refers to it as her daughter. I find it weird, but she says it's the closest thing she'd have to a child, and she feels a strong emotional bond with it, similar to a child. She's decided to remain child-free for multiple reasons, and I've been very supportive of this decision. Well, she recently took her skink to the vet for a checkup, and she was excited to find out her skink's gender. Afterwards, I got a text asking if I would come to her gender reveal party that she was having. She explained that it was just a small get-together with cake and food for her friends that she hadn't seen in a while, with the gender reveal being mostly a joke, and a way to make fun of real gender reveals. Well, I didn't come. I didn't see a point. It's just a lizard, and I'm a busy person. She later called me and expressed that she was kind of sad that I didn't come because it had been a while since I'd seen her, but she understood that I was busy. I told her she couldn't actually expect me to come to a gender reveal party for a lizard. She said that it wasn't a real gender reveal, that it was more of a joke, and it was really just a small gathering to catch up with everyone. I told her if that was the case, then she should have just called it a gathering because I'm not coming to a gender reveal unless it's for a real granddaughter. She got quiet for a minute and then turned my words around, claiming that I wasn't supportive of her decision to be child-free. I told her that she can't possibly expect me to treat a lizard as a granddaughter. And she said that she didn't expect me to, but it was clear that I didn't respect her bond with her lizard and her decision. And she just wanted to see me, and my reason for coming was hurtful. I told her she was being ridiculous over a lizard. She claimed that it wasn't over a lizard, and it was a gathering and not even centered around a lizard. But I stuck by what I said. It's ridiculous to have a gender reveal for a lizard. She hung up, and I got a message from her best friend about how I'm the butthole for treating her that way. But I don't think that I'm the butthole for not wanting to go to a party for a lizard.
Hi guys, thank you for watching. I love you guys so much. Please like and subscribe to see more great videos. See you again.